Good morning, friends. It's Bob again. We are talking about rejoicing and joy and courageous joy. That's where we were last weekend. I want to focus with you this morning on two verses. One is from the King David, the Psalms. This is Psalm 31, verse 7. I will rejoice and be glad in your faithful or steadfast or loyal love, because you have seen my affliction. You know the troubles of my soul. And then in Philippians 1:18, basically Paul is saying, I will continue to rejoice. The word that I want to focus on just for a moment is I will. That we talked, I just blazed by it last Sunday, but the reality is that rejoicing and joy is a choice. I think that we in terms of other things, the happenstance and happiness is built on our circumstances. Joy is built on God's goodness, who God is, and then our choice to lock in, to live in sync with who He is, and that He is doing something good. He's always doing something good. And so that idea of I will means that I choose to rejoice. Well, how would you do that? I mean, I think that one of the ways that sometimes my soul needs it, I need to walk around in the backyard, or I need to go take a walk and even say to my own soul, like the psalmist does in Psalm 42, why are you downcast, O my soul? Put your hope in God. I will yet again praise Him. And so I would speak to my soul and say, this is not the direction we're going. We are not going into this discouraging direction. We're not sinking into this mire of despondency and depression and discouragement. And then I turn back to the Lord. Lord, I rejoice in you. And I think it's verbal. It's very important. It's hard to rejoice when you're being silent, when you're being quiet. Rejoicing is an activity. Rejoice is a verb. And so we make that choice and we start to speak, Lord, I thank you. And I rejoice in the work that you're doing. I can't see it right now, but I know that you are doing something good. I know that your goodness that will find me. I remember the way that Psalm, I think it's 27, says, I would have despaired unless I would have believed that I'd see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living while I'm still alive. That I rejoice in these things and I make the choice to rejoice. We'll talk a little bit more about this tomorrow, but thanks for joining me today. Love you.